Renewable energy, in theory, is utopia, right? Solar panels soaking up the sun, wind turbines spinning, dams creating hydropower. But here's the real inconvenient truth, not the Al Gore scare tactic inconvenient truth, that along with the previous 60 years of dire 10 years or less till Earth's demise warnings, all of which never came to pass, completely stopping the use of fossil fuels, like it or not, is unrealistic. First off, energy isn't just about electricity. Fossil fuels are embedded in nearly everything. Transportation, manufacturing, agriculture, construction. You can't run a commercial airliner on solar power, and you certainly can't power cargo ships across the oceans on wind alone. Even the infrastructure needed to build solar panels, wind turbines, electric vehicles, etc., rely heavily on fossil fuel-based mining, processing, and transport. And now, then there's the reliability issue. Renewables are great when the sun is shining and the wind is blowing, but energy demand doesn't diminish when nature gets quiet. So until we find an affordable way to store massive amounts of energy for the future use, or build an entirely new transmission grid that can balance power nationwide, we will still need fossil fuels for stability, especially in emergencies. This is not to say that we shouldn't use renewables when it makes sense, like in the case of powering individual homes, etc. But the belief by a frightening amount of people that it is possible to immediately and completely stop using fossil fuels is simply insane. And any effort to restrict the production of fossil fuels or penalize the industry that produces it will only result in creating an unstable and undependable source of energy at a higher cost to all. That's just fact. So I made the following video, which highlights just a minuscule amount of the thousands of dire predictions we have been told by the experts over the last 60 years that we have 10 years or less to stop using fossil fuels, or we will either burn, freeze, or drown to death as a result of global cooling, global warming, or climate change. I cite sources such as the New York Times, the Washington Post, Brown University, the Associated Press, Al Gore, and the like. This is not to say that renewable energies shouldn't be used when it makes sense and in every way that they can. But the simple fact is renewable energies cannot, at this point, support and provide enough energy for the global economy that exists today. That's just the way it is.